Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Bible study for everyone. Today is day number 26, and so we are in Acts chapter 26. And once again, I'm Matt, and I'm going to be your facilitator today. So, Acts chapter 26 starts with Paul's first step in his appeal to Caesar, and that is being tried by King Agrippa. And so, basically, the whole chapter is Paul telling his testimony to King Agrippa. And so, Paul goes through his whole story, how he used to be a major persecutor of Christians, and then Jesus stopped him and converted him, and now he spent his whole life trying to preach the gospel. And what I love about this chapter is that Paul is unashamedly truthful. Basically, this whole trial is Paul giving a mini gospel message to these people. I just love how Paul uses these really inconvenient circumstances to even share his faith then. He was so bold, and it's just something that I want to emulate in my life as well. He's just such a good example of using all of his circumstances for good. And so once Paul finishes, Agrippa is actually in agreement with him. He agrees that what the Jewish people are trying to accuse him for are weak. And he says in the last verse of the chapter, verse 32, Agrippa said to Festus, "This man could have been set free if he had not appealed to Caesar." And so had Paul not appealed to Caesar, King Agrippa basically is saying, these are weak accusations, Paul would be set free. But because he appealed to Caesar, he has to go to Rome. And if we remember back a couple chapters, the Lord told Paul that he would have to be tried in Rome. And so all of this is coming to fruition in that way. Now, the word of the day today is going to be believe. And the reason I say this is the word of the day is from verse number 27. And it's Paul speaking to the king. He says, "King Agrippa, do you believe the prophets? I know that you believe." And what he's saying here is he was talking about how this was a prophecy and how it all had come true. And that all of these Jewish people know about this prophecy, but they're not believing that Jesus was the one that fulfilled it. And Paul's saying, I know you believe this, Agrippa. And I want to ask you guys today, do you believe truly in your heart that Jesus is the Son of God? He was God in the flesh, came to earth, died on the cross, rose again, and covered our sins, and now we're forgiven and saved because of that? I really want you to test your heart on this today, because this is the key to all of our faith. And Paul blatantly says this on trial. He takes the time to say, do you believe, Agrippa? He was bold. I'm trying to be bold today for you guys. Do you believe? We're now about 60 days into this Bible study. Has your heart been pricked? There were hundreds of prophecies that were fulfilled. Statistically impossible. Make sure that you have an answer to this question, and we'll talk next time. See you guys.